whenever I've been stuck in art, whenever I've been stuck with music, I find a different part of the ball to focus on. And it improves the other part. It's working out. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a comedian and all you're doing is open mics, doing jokes at open mics, that's fucking cool, man. But that's just like saying, I'm only working on my arms today at the gym. Like, and you're only doing arm stuff, only doing arm workout. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, like, I always say that true work is doing the things you don't want to do. So, like, when people are like, oh, I went to rehearsal today, I'm like, fuck you. That's not work, man. You want to do rehearsal. What you don't want to do is fucking do some fucking likes on MySpace or Facebook or whatever. What you don't want to do is contact like fucking venues to get played. That's what you don't. That's real work. What you don't want to do is like sit down in front of fucking Adobe Illustrator, figure out how the goddamn pen tool works because you want to make your own fucking poster. What you don't want to do is go to Kinko's and print that fucking poster. But what you do want to do is fucking sign up on some fucking open mic and fucking tell some jokes. That's not fucking work. I don't count that. I just don't count that as work. So in music, when you get that one part down, when you get the music down, or when you get like, oh, I know the style, even though I'm still practicing fucking 4 times a week because I read some fucking Nirvana fucking book where Kurt's like, oh, you got to practice 5 times a week to be in a real band. Yeah. Like, he said that to like the drummer that he was kicking out. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to practice 5 days a week. That's what I'm going to do.
But you still like it. So it's not work.
You still like it. It's not work. It's something you have to do. Like, you have to play shows. Like, playing a show. So, like, if I do rehearsal, I don't count that as work. If I do a show, I don't count that as work. Like, if I'm hanging out after the show, I don't count that at work. I count it as work when I'm standing in the fucking cold outside House of Blues, like, handing out my fucking CD. That's work, you know? Like, mingling and talking to people, that's work. Like, going on tour is not work. Like, you want to do it. That's the goal, you know? So, like, when people say, oh, I played this show, I've been working so hard on this show, I've been doing this, like, fuck you. When people say, like, people set up, like, have you ever seen people set up, like, Kickstarters for their plays?
Like, yeah.
I saw this.
Anything. Anything like that.
I've seen one where they, like, set up a Kickstarter for their play. Or, like, they want to take a trip to Ohio for the Improv Comedy Festival, you know? Like, oh, will you donate so we can go to the Improv Festival? It's like, it's not like with the play one, the Kickstarter for the play, like, oh, we want to buy a set and like do this, and we also want to be able to pay our actors. It's like, you fucking want to do that. It's not fucking work. Like, show me work. Show me that you want to pay for marketing, that you want to pay for this. Like, that's real work, you know?
Yeah.
And
you just
like,
want to do the show.
You just want to do the show. And like, I want to play kickball. It's like, give me money for kickball. It's like, fuck you, man. Get out there and play kickball. That's what you wanted to do, right? And like, that drives me fucking insane. And whenever I've been stuck on stuff, I just ask, like, okay, what work am I actually doing? Like, what work am I, like the Comet has Skull Mountain, so we do Skull Mountain, and I don't want to do artwork every fucking week for Skull Mountain, you know, even though it's kind of like, I'm on autopilot on that shit right now. But, like, it's the same thing. Like, Nick, books, like, all this stuff. And all we really want to do is just play a weekly show. Like, we just want to play a show. But we have to work for it. And that work means, like, we both have to go to work and come up with money to put on the show. We have to book the acts. We have to get there early. We have to do that. And it's stuff that, like, I don't want to do. So, like, I guess that is work. But, like, my show isn't work.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you show up to a fucking open mic, are you like, oh, I'm at work right now, I can't do it? No, you're not. You're doing your fucking fun shit, man. If you're focusing, if you make a list of all the things that you do for your art, and most of them, 50% of them is not work, it's like, you're not working hard enough.